Building a business can be hard, but early on I found that I was actually making it harder. Instead of building a business on my terms, I really believed that the more that I wanted to succeed, the more that I had to give up, the more that I had to sacrifice, and the more other areas of my life had to be put on hold until I made my big break. Only all of those things led me to overwhelm, burnout, and really not much success. Which is why today I want to share the 5 ways we make business harder than it needs to be, and the solutions to every one of those self-imposed obstacles. You ready? Here's number 1. Thinking there is one right, best only way to do anything. This can cause you, like it did me, to actually force things that aren't working. You see, I didn't see business as an evolution. It's actually just one big science project. And just because that thing didn't work for me doesn't mean I can't have success. As a matter of fact, I need to be willing to find the things that I actually enjoy that also allows me to hit my business and impact goals. So how do you get past this? We focus on this new story. This is just one big science project. There's 1,000,001 ways that it can get done, but I need to be willing to find my way. On to the second mistake, ignoring what your customers are telling you. I found in the beginning of my business journey, I wasted a lot of time thinking about what other people would want. I was testing everything under the sun, but the problem with that was that I wasn't actually listening to what they were telling me. If you listen well enough, your customers will tell you what they will pay you for if you are willing to put in the time and energy to build it. Now, in the beginning, this is a critical piece of the puzzle. Sometimes people will be wanting you to teach something maybe that you don't necessarily love teaching. And this is entirely up to you if you decide to go that route or not. Remember though, we have to build momentum in our business. So sometimes we're in a season where we need to lean in and do those things. So how do you get past this one? You ask them what they want and listen. Let me give you some examples. So what would you like to learn from me the most right now? What kind of results would you really want to have? If I were to create something like this, what is something that you would absolutely want to be included? What is something that you want to make sure is not a part of this and actually is a turnoff for you? Now, before we hit the third mistake, tap the like button if you're enjoying this video. The third mistake I made was trying to do it all myself. This was really all about going from an employee to a CEO mindset. Being a police officer for 20 years got me trapped in the employee mentality. And when I was trying to grow a business to eventually retire from my career, I took some of the same things that I was doing as an employee and transferred them over to my business. Only it made me look at my business in a way that was not very helpful. I mean, logically, we know that we can't do it all. And the more we spend time on the day-to-day activities, the less we can actually do from broadening our scope, learning new ways of expanding, and being able to help our current customers and clients even more. So how do you get past this? You find someone to help you as soon as possible. Someone who can free you to do the things that you absolutely need to do. I've also found this is the best way to outsource things that you absolutely hate doing so you can continue to lean into the things you enjoy. Now, I do think that you can outsource this to some professionals who will not only do that thing you don't want to do anymore better than you, but also free you up for the more important things. But I also don't want you to just think about paying someone. Maybe have some family members, some kids, or a spouse who would be willing to help you. Ask them for help. I can tell you it's so powerful to actually get them involved and see the impact that you're making. Now, mistake number 4 is staying true to your vision. I don't know about you, but I would get off track all the time focusing on the next shiny object that was supposedly going to fix my business. When in reality, what I needed to do was pick one thing and go all in, fully develop the skills that will allow me to excel in that area. But because I was moving from thing to thing, nothing ever really took hold. So how do you get past this? Sign a contract with yourself, saying that you're going to do this thing for a set amount of time without any distractions. So if you're jumping into a new podcast or you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, give yourself a year. Literally write out a contract and sign it and date it. And stay true to that thing to give it the chance it deserves to work. Mistake number 5, thinking you need to do more in order to succeed more. This is the one that hurt me the most. In the beginning, you realize that taking some action gets you some results. But what that can sometimes translate is to, in order to achieve more results, you actually have to take more action. But that is false news. It is absolutely not true. We all know it's what we do that matters most, right? But our brains can constantly trick us into thinking that we have to do more, we have to say yes to everything, and we have to keep sacrificing or we're never going to see success. I'm not sure about you, but I know plenty of people who are constantly working who do not have any version of the success they're after. So how do we get past this? My best advice to you is to put yourself in an environment that will help you find creative ways to have you achieve more without having to do more. Whether that's a coach, a mastermind, a program, something that will open you up to the possibilities. Now you might get to this point and be wondering what type of environment you should hang around in. Well, a big part of that environment is the people that you surround yourself with. And the truth is, sometimes the people we hang around are not the people that we should be spending the most time with, even though it might feel like it. This could be your spouse, your family, other entrepreneurs who are not in the right mindset, and many other hidden factors that you might not realize. But don't worry, because I got you covered. Tap on the screen and watch this next video, where we share the 5 pros and cons of your support system and a few people that you might need to remove from it. Thank you for being here, and keep leading from the front.